By October 1777, General John Burgoyne's army was running out of options. His campaign had begun with a bold plan: march south from Canada, capture Albany, and divide the American colonies. But the plan had collapsed. Fort Ticonderoga had fallen. American forces had retreated through Vermont. The fighting at Bennington had cost Burgoyne valuable men and supplies. Then at Saratoga, the Continental Army stopped his advance. Now Burgoyne was trapped. The roads behind him were becoming dangerous. His supplies were running low, and his soldiers were exhausted. Burgoyne still hoped that British reinforcements might arrive from the south, but no relief force appeared. Meanwhile, General Horatio Gates continued strengthening the American positions around Saratoga. Every day made Burgoyne's situation worse. A desperate breakout could destroy his army. Remaining in place could mean starvation. Finally, Burgoyne opened negotiations with the Americans. On October 17, 1777, the decision was made. Burgoyne's army marched out and laid down its arms. Thousands of British and German soldiers became prisoners of war. The Americans had captured an entire British field army. But Saratoga was more than a battlefield victory. Britain had attempted to divide the American colonies. Instead, the campaign had completely failed. The victory proved that the Continental Army could defeat a major British force. And across the Atlantic, the news changed everything. France had been watching the American Revolution carefully. Saratoga convinced France that the Americans had a real chance of winning. France would soon openly enter the war against Britain, bringing money, weapons, soldiers, and powerful naval forces to the American cause. The revolution was no longer simply a rebellion against Britain. It had become an international war. Saratoga had given the Americans something they desperately needed: hope. But the war was far from over. Subscribe for the next chapter of America's fight for independence.